Bear was in a grumpy mood. He hadn't eaten any food. He couldn't catch a single fish to cook. He'd been hungry since the break of day, and every fish had gotten away. Now suddenly, something big was on his hook. He cranked the handle round and yanked the pull and wound and wound. A hungry bear is very strong, so it didn't take him very long to discover that he had caught a polar bear. Bears are interesting creatures. According to bearsmart.com, bears are multifaceted animals. They share in friendship, resources, and security. We see the exact same traits in the poems The Very Hungry Bear and The Very Cranky Bear, both by Australian cartoonist Nick Bland. "Do you have to fish there?" said the very hungry brown bear. "You're catching all the fish." "I'm so sorry," she said as she lifted her head. "You can have one of mine. In fact, you can have the whole pile, if you just find me somewhere to stay. My iceberg is shrinking and soon I'll be sinking, and my home is such a long way away." Now, a fish to a bear is like a chocolate eclair. It's incredibly hard to resist. So the thought of a pile that would last for a while was an offer too good to be missed. So with a splosh and a splish and an armful of fish, Bear led the way through the trees. "My cave is over there, and I'm happy to share. You can stay for as long as you please." But his guest shook her head. "I'm so sorry. Whilst your cave is particularly nice, it's just a bit hot for this coat I've got, and the fire is melting my ice." So they went to see Mole, and he dug them a hole, which was cooler but just a bit small. Then they visited Croc on his cool river rock, but he wasn't much help at all. "Perhaps this is best," said the bear from a nest. "But I think I'm gonna sneeze. Ah! Shoo! I'm allergic to trees." So the bear with white hair followed right behind Bear to the only place they could go, away from the trees and the warm summer breeze, all the way up in the snow. They built her a home with an icy white dome, and Bear lit the housewarming dish. With a smile and a wave, Bear went back to his cave, and he stopped on the way for a fish. In the jingle jangle jungle on a cold and rainy day, 4 little friends found the perfect place to play. Moose had marvelous antlers, and Lion a golden mane. Zebra had fantastic stripes, and Sheep, well, Sheep was plain. None of them had noticed that someone else was there. Sleeping in that cave was a very cranky bear. "Roar!" went the cranky bear. "Roar!" He gnashed his teeth and stomped his feet and chased them out the door. So in the jingle jangle jungle on a cold and rainy day, 4 little friends had nowhere warm to play. "Wait a minute," said Zebra as she scratched her furry chin. "Maybe if we cheered him up, he'd let us come back in. If I didn't have my stripes, I'd be cranky too. Let's give the bear some stripes. That's what we should do." "Stripes are silly," Moose complained, "especially on a bear. My antlers always cheer me up. Let's give the bear a pair." "No, no, 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 no," said the Lion. "Antlers are such a bore. A golden mane like mine would cheer him up for sure." So Zebra fetched a tin of mud, and Lion some grass of gold. Moose got 2 big branches, and Sheep, well, Sheep got cold. Sheep was getting worried. "They've been eaten up for sure." Then, from in the cave, there came a very cranky roar. Zebra, Lion, and Moose ran out, and Bear was right behind them. They hid in the bushes, where they hoped he wouldn't find them. Why is he still cranky? He's got antlers, stripes, and a mane. Before we gave him those, he looked so very plain. As Bear stormed back inside the cave, he turned and roared at Sheep. All I really want is a quiet place to sleep. So she fetched a pair of clippers and clipped off half her wool, and she stuffed it into a cotton bag until the bag was full. She tiptoed back inside the cave. Excuse me, Bear. Would you like a pillow for underneath your head? Well, thank you very much. And he soon fell asleep. Maybe he was dreaming of a plain but thoughtful